still alive.
Hello everybody and thanks for joining us. We have got terrific weather at the Wanderers today in Johannesburg, and I think I speak on behalf of everybody when I say this. We are really hoping for a terrific test match here. It is the final test match of this series. We're hoping for some really good cricket, and just to let you know that South Africa have won the toss. They have elected to bat on a surface which is straw coloured. There's a bit of grass around the place. As we just have a look at the South African lineup, which is unchanged, and that didn't surprise anyone. The only slight surprise, I suppose, is that Maharaj is in. Sometimes when you come to the Wanderers, you don't really think about a spinner, but Faf du Plessis was pretty keen to have him in the lineup because of his performance so far. So he is in, and the Australians have got 4 changes. Peter Hampskin is in, Matt Renshaw is in, Joe Burns is in, and Chad Sayers is making his debut, as Mitchell Stark has been just struggling with a few injury issues. Right, here we go. Nice and fine, so he's away. He's away with 4, so that's a nice little open to this test match of the Wanderers as far as Dean Elgar and South Africa are concerned. Good morning to Graham Smith.
Morning, Hayes. Morning, everyone around the world. It's always good to come back to the bull ring. Really hope that we get a good turnout. It is Easter weekend, Good Friday. Family time, but hopefully they'll come and share it at the cricket ground with us. Been some wonderful cricket throughout this series. As you say, hopefully over the next 5 days, that is what we will remember.
He's got that away. It's going to go for a boundary. Second boundary of the morning.
Well, you do get good value for shots here. The ball flies around. Think back to that one-day international when we were talking about the other day, Smitty, about Australia versus South Africa. It was at 4:38. The ball just flew everywhere. This ground here with the altitude, everything, just ball flies across the surface.
Worked away. That's strong again. That's going to be another boundary. That's a nice way for him to finish that over. So another boundary for Markram. 15 for none. Oh, wow, that's a beauty. That is superbly bowled by Hazlewood.
Yeah, Hazlewood was good in Cape Town. First 2 tests probably wasn't at his best, but Cape Town really hit his straps. I think on day 1 in particular, pace was up. Used his aggression well.
Oh, that's from wide of the crease. That's nicely bowled. He's really bowling superbly first up now. Hazlewood here. 15 for none. It's another maiden. Oh, that's a nice shot. That swung a little bit, and that's beautifully played by Markram.
His offside play through the series has been spectacular. Over pitch. First ball he's had from Sayers this morning, and he hasn't looked to have a look. Just pounded on it, wide half volley.
Beautiful shot. Doesn't look like a quick pitch. Not a lot of movement there, but it's beautifully placed and well timed.
Beautifully played. The ball comes on so nicely here at the Wanderers. If you can get on top of the bounce and play it nice and square, you get full value for shots.
That's over-pitched or slightly short, a little bit of width on that occasion. You don't have to overplay your shots here. Just make sure you get in a good position and just place the ball and it races away. Sean Pollock said it comes on the back very nicely.
Well, for reasons of morale, the Australians could do with the breakthrough. Should be... No, it won't. It'll just avoid extra cover. And Dean Elgar's got very lucky.
He has indeed. If we asked Dean, where was that supposed to go? I think he'd say wide mid-on.
That's a lovely stroke. Just lent on it.
Yeah, nicely played. Ball comes on. Neil McKenzie, who had in the commentary team against India, always refers to in the half-felt the ball comes on. It makes it easier for the batsman. Whereas you play on the coast, sometimes just holds in the surface. Beautiful place to bat, Wanderers, when the surface is good.
Oh, that's really good.
Perfect seam position there, wasn't it? And just that sideways movement.
Oh, that's another mistake by Dean Elgar. So similar to those first couple of test matches. And full marks to Nathan Lyon.
Nearly a misjudgment by the debutant, Sayers, but he takes the catch comfortably. 53 for 1.
Hashim Amla, very fine record. No interest at all from Nigel Long. Quite late swing for Pat Cummins.
Yeah, we saw that seam position in the over before to Dean Elgar. That's the in-swinger. And also throughout the series he's tried to shape it away from the right-hander, so Amla would have been lining himself up thinking, okay, this delivery should go away from me, and the change up straight away was a good decision.
Lovely batting. A lot of good cover drivers of the ball in the history of the game would be proud of that.
That's the challenge. Alan Border was saying how Nathan Lyon needs to get onto the front foot, but if you go too flat and too full, it opens up the ability to play it off the front foot through the covers.
Down the ground from Markram. He's looked excellent in this innings. Timing has been spectacular, and that's no different. Taking command of the situation, and it goes all the way.
Got close enough. You could still see the ball turning. There's still a bit of turn there, but he got close enough and had the confidence to go through with the shot. Went a long way. Good shot. Not the quickest of outfields. And I think again that shows you, last time we were here for a test match, that would have been 4 easy.
Hazelwood had a lot of success against him, but it's good to see his feet moving well.
This is that cover drive again. You could see that the ball was swinging, but it swinged a little bit early, so Amla had enough time to make the necessary adjustment.
Excellent shot from Amla. This, I think he's got it well enough, even though it's a bit slow in the outfield. That'll be 4. No, I remember Alan Border saying that his mind and body knew what to do, but the reaction time, he said, oh, that's a cut shot, and he went to cut, but he was a bit late.
Yes, he is off there now. May go all the way, although it's a slow outfield. .53 from Markram.
Yeah, it's been a good morning for him.
And Markram's played some lovely drives, and there's no doubt he's done a little bit of work on his back lift. And what he's doing now is he's making sure that he gets some nice drives going down the ground, through the offside as well. Whereas before he was looking to maybe just work them a little bit too much on the leg side, but we saw him score a brilliant 100 in Durban, so he's kicked on nicely and also has got 300 runs now in this series so far. It's gone very quickly to the boundary, that one. Didn't quite get on top of that.
Well, if you are superstitious, it was the half chance, but it flew past Mitchell Marsh at absolute gas. He had no chance of picking it up.
Short ball's got hold of that. That's nicely played by Hashim Amla.
Got him out with that kind of delivery at Newland's short pitch delivery that was a little bit higher.
Head was in nice shape.
Oh, that's nicely played. He's just helped it on his way. The man at fine leg hasn't seen it at all, but it doesn't really matter. It bisected them both. He's hammered it away for a boundary.
Good partnership this, with Amla playing well within himself and very comfortable leaving a lot of balls alone. Made Markram a little more adventurous. Markram's stroke play gets classier by the game, I reckon. That's almost a shot of the morning for me. If that isn't. Nice to see the balance that both of these batsmen have got. Natural gift, I think, to have that balance. So an effective partnership and a good position. 135 for 1. They put on 82. That's beautifully caught. Oh, that's a hanger if ever there was one. Peter Hanscom plucks one out of midair.
All starting to look quite simple for South Africa. Amla getting another start, having the ability to push on in this series. Pat Cummins has been an excellent bowler throughout the 4 test matches, and a wonderful catch to the right. Hanscom Amla gone for 27, 142 for 2.
Few players command such affection or admiration. People love him, the game loves him. Maybe de Villiers arrives at the wicket, averaging just over, well, almost 51 in Test match cricket. Oh, this is a top-class spell of bowling, this. We don't get many past de Villiers back. Oh, they haven't in this series anyway.
Where's that third slip? What's that mid-on doing, the catching mid-on, Mikey? Are we at the Wanderers? We're not in Chennai.
I was just pointing him out.
Markram top of the list and now on strike. Down the pitch he comes, through that gap at extra cover. Goes to 97.
They dropped mid-on back. So he decided, well, there's a bit of a risk in going in that direction. But he got close enough to the ball also for him not to have to loft it. Beautifully placed through the offside. Look how close that ball pitches to his left foot. Has no chance of spinning from that distance.
Mid-on back. So too mid-wicket. So do square leg. It's a superb 100 at 10 past 2 in the afternoon of the first day's play. Aidan Markram brings the crowd at the Wanderers to its feet.
There's his girlfriend, I think it's Nicole. She's over the moon.
No AB de Villiers can do whatever he likes.
Well, his hand come out. It was really just to put the counter back in the pocket. Ian Gould. Never easy around the wicket. It's always difficult when you're bowling around the wicket to the right-hander. So they lose the review, the Australians. And good decision by Ian Gould. Oh, did it bounce? Oh, that could have been it. It could have been the first wicket there for Chad Sayers. I think it bounced. Tim Payne's not sure, because when you take the ball like that, you turn your head.
Yeah, at first impression, you felt that it bounced before, and that's quite clear. The evidence.
Well, I was getting the boo around the crowd, but the Australians weren't appealing for it. They were just checking it. That's more the umpires checking. Into the deep, it's in the air, and it's Khawaja, and he misses it. This is always going to be a difficult one, and it was short enough.
It works out well. Another boundary takes him to 107. I thought my average was pretty impressive against Australia, just 69.19, best of 274.
Which probably tells me you just hung around looking for the not out most times. Didn't play any shots.
1,453 runs, not a bad effort, is it?
Just 14 matches, very good.
Yeah.
What was your best?
274.
Gee, that was good.
Yeah,
Gee,
really good.
You were very good.
Tam it away. Race is on. And the ball wins.
Enough behind square to race away.
It's just a little bit short, and AB de Villiers has got after that one. He's got after it well. That's gone for 4.
Now again, not out the middle of the bat. Hayes, you know, I never really looked or thought like that. I think where I'm with AB is that as a batter, you constantly self-analyzing. You know, you get the 100 today, you enjoy, you almost feel relaxed and relieved in many ways, and then you start thinking about the next one, and the next one is just, it's almost like you're never satisfied.
Close. Very, very close. Oh, Tim Payne is adamant that that's very close. He's having a chat to Pat Cummins. I reckon it hit the seam. Caught him on the front pad, and they've gone upstairs.
Height, the only thing maybe live. Live, that looks out. Oh, goodness me. Oh.
Well, at the end of the day, it was a great delivery. A little bit unlucky. I think Nigel Long, in the back of his mind, would have thought height as well, and I suppose looking at it live, that was the only thing. Disappointment for Pat Cummins, and disappointment for the Australians.
there's a lot of, oh, he's missed it. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to go for 4.
Hands on hips, Pat Cummins. But it was his bowling mate, Josh Hazlewood, that missed that one. 213 for 2. Morne Morkel, his final test match for South Africa.
Yeah, he's been a wonderful servant of South African cricket. He's a great guy. I had the opportunity to play with him at the Rajasthan Royals in 2008. Him and Sean Tate, my 2 big angry quicks, resembled more like lovers' lane. Of them 2 holding hands.
Savvy, and it didn't give a hope to Pat Cummins, primarily because he didn't pick it up. He was immediately signalling where's the ball. Hit very hard by de Villiers. It was well deceived. Touched by de Villiers, using the pace this time, not making the pace. So there you go. The full range of his ability to sweep, and don't imagine there isn't more in his arsenal. Ah, there's a biggie. It's accelerator pedal time.
But absolutely no chance. Short, dragged down, and these bats these days, all you've got to do is get enough of it. Gone.
Oh, that's a beautiful stroke. Goodness me. And fielding to match it. Tremendous. Matt Renshaw, I think, is down there. Yep.
Excellent fielding. It's been a long day in the field. And when your players put in effort like that.
Oh, yes. Just speared it through that gap at straightest edge to cover. This is a terrific little passage of play. The crowd are behind it. Markram goes to 150. It's a fine Good Friday.
And have a look at that stroke. Didn't quite look in control, but got enough power to send it to the fence.
They have every reason to be waving those flags.
He's got it. He's caught it. He has caught a good catch in the gully.
Not too many men in the slip cordon, and Markram thought, I can find this gap. He can get it down the 3rd man. Didn't manage to do that. End of a fantastic innings. 150 runs to his name.
Fantastic, Aiden Markram.
Faf du Plessis has arrived at the middle on the back of Aiden Markram, being sharply caught in the gully by Mitchell Marsh. Oh, that's out. LBW first ball. No question about it. No doubt from the umpire. Massive misjudgment from du Plessis. Does he or doesn't he? Chats to his old sparring partner.
I can't believe he wanted to refer that. Faf du Plessis. Absolute misjudgment. Brilliant bowler. Faf du Plessis out for 0. 247 for 4.
Well, suddenly some angst on those faces. One of them, KG's dad. This has taken a completely different turn. Remarkable, from it being a fine Good Friday for South Africans, it's suddenly become a more encouraging Good Friday for Australians. Temba Bavuma now the man who comes to the wicket. He won't be on strike, and he'll hope not to have to face the hat-trick ball. Much less aggressive field than it might be if Bavuma was on strike. Pat Cummins, the hat-trick ball. Oh, and it's a good one. It's swinging now, don't worry about that.
It's an excellent delivery. He's been brilliant all day for Australia. It's good length to a guy on 35. He's been there for a while to produce something like that late in the afternoon.
It's cracked away. There's a man sweeping. He's not going to win though. That's 4 more.
Well, runs. South Africa were under pressure. 2 wickets lost in a row. Changed the Mitch Marsh, and the runs start to flow.
Worked away. 50. Good start from maybe de Villiers. Been hard graft this. 7 fours and 1 6. And 59 at the moment. These are the runs going up to his 50. But you notice there's nothing too extravagant. It was a controlled innings, it was a battling innings, which is a word you don't normally associate with AB de Villiers. Suddenly started to just break loose a little bit.
That tells the story. Top 3 from South Africa. Oh, it's inside edge, is it? They're up, that's it. His first wicket. They've reviewed it. But Chad say it's a big one of AB de Villiers, exactly what Australia needed, but he's pretty confident, AB de Villiers, he didn't hit it. There's a noise.
This is tantalising for Chad Sayers. He could have one of the best batsmen in the world as his first test wicket.
There you go. That tells the story. Well done to Chad Sayers.
But now South Africa are 299 for 5.
Kagiso Rabada, the night watchman, in today, or in tonight. 6 overs to go. In the air, and second one. A little chip back to mid-off, and Chad Sayers got another one. Rabada's got to go.
And a decent catch by Renshaw. And this is a good fight back by Australia. They pick up their 6th.
So Rabada, the night watchman, goes without scoring. 299 for 6. Quinton de Kock comes to the crease. 2 wickets and 3 balls for the Australians. It's 4. Shot from Quinton de Kock.
He's not going to miss out on that kind of delivery.
Yeah, you're right. It's been a big day for Chad Sayers. 26 overs. You don't often bowl that in a day unless you're a spinner. I mean, he's bowled the most overs by really a long way, Chad Sayers.
So day 2 it is, as we look at the summary at the moment after the first day. It was an important toss to win this one. South Africa winning it, electing to bat. 313 for 6. Let me just put that in perspective. The average score going back to the January 2010 on day 1 at the Wanderers is 246 for 8.
Oh, fabulous. Stroke of the morning.
Yeah, that's high class, Quinton de Kock. Outfield hasn't been at its quickest, but that got to the boundary in a flash.
He got a good delivery and just out of the reach of slip. A shout of catch it. I don't know that he did hit it, but certainly hope for the Australians.
Wow. We talk about what's there for the quickies. Have a look now for Nathan Lyon. This is the start of day 2. Oof. It's turned, that's bounced. I think he might have got a feather on that. Spot on. Yeah, you can just see there, just brushes the glove. Just couldn't quite get there. Short. Just try to overcompensate Nathan Lyon and get a bit more the miracle ball, but the Kock was in good form to punish it away.
350 comes for the South Africans here after that stroke from de Kock. It played very well for it, and still with 4 wickets in hand.
Well, this morning there's been plenty of action, but no wickets for the Australians. They'll be disappointed with that. They've bowled some wonderful deliveries. That edge not carrying through to the slip cordon. There's been plenty that have beaten the outside edge. That did some damage to Tim Payne. And it's been Quinton de Kock who's been the entertainer for the South Africans. Temba just picked up 1 run so far in that first hour. There's also some turn for Nathan Lyon. So it's far but a flat surface here at the Wanderers morning, day 2. South Africa have got themselves to 350, 37 runs from those 14 overs. This could be close. This could be very close. No. Hazelwood was 100% convinced they can't send it upstairs. Both reviews have come and gone. And there's disappointment for the bowler. The question would have been, would it have hit him in line? And height-wise, was it going over the top? But from up here, it looked like a really good shout. Hazelwood, he's very, very disappointed.
Good decision from Nigel Long.
That's beautifully caressed. Slightly over pitch, but beautifully played by Bavuma. His first boundary of the morning.
That is his shot.
That's up and over by Temba Bavuma. Just the 1 bounce. And that'll add some frustration.
Meant to go up and over. You can see leans off it slightly.
Oh, and another edge. This one beats the gully and will find its way to the boundary as well. So back-to-back boundaries for Vuma. One very convincing, the other one slightly streaky.
What a good march this has been from the South Africans. Ridden their luck, and now they're starting to clear a path for themselves. Bavuma's played very well. Nice way to go to 50 with footwork and clever use of the hands to find the space there. Whoa, they love it. Look at that for a response. Very popular young figure.
Half century, needs to push on now though, needs to get into 3 figures.
And it's all over now. That is a dolly, for want of a better word. And Lyon finally gets a wicket. A little mistake actually by Quinton de Kock. Always dangerous when there's uneven bounce to work against the spin.
Just a little bit, an extra bounce he's undoing. Quinton de Kock out for 39, 384 for 7.
Let's have a look at this delivery again. It's short. He has gone back. I think I'll pull this easily through the onside. Spun, bounced a bit, top edge. Maharaj will be thinking, well, I have an opportunity of making an impact here in this test.
Vernon Philander, who proved in Cape Town just how dangerous he is with the bat. We see it time and time from him actually. Powerful strokes, but also, in fairness to him, when required, resolute defence. He has a decent technique. That's why they're there.
Yeah, good delivery. I think what he could do here, Nathan Lyon, to bowl as many balls as he can to Vernon Philander, who's not a big sweeper. He can actually bring Pat Cummins into the ring, just in case he gets it in that gap between those 2 catches and gets off strike.
There's turn, but he got that away quite nicely, Vernon Philander. It's a slow outfield, still slow, not as slow as yesterday, but it gets there.
This is where Nathan Lyon has really erred, whether he's tired after a long season, but he's been probably half a metre short for most of his bowling.
Oh yes, oh no, yes, no, maybe, no. Good attempt. End of the over, 405 for 7.
And Burns had a couple of darts at it, didn't he? He was hoping at some stage it would stick. They're never easy at that position. They come quickly.
Oh, wide up gully. Races away.
Loud shouts of catch. And the reason why is gully was in play. A little bit of movement, open bat face. He tries to launch himself to the right-hand side. Was never in any danger. Well wide of him.
Down the ground. There's a man at deep mid-wicket. Khawaja it is. Takes the catch.
And normally here at the Wanderers, if you get it airborne and you get a decent contact, because of the altitude, it takes it the whole way. But that was nicely judged by Khawaja, just landing short. And Nathan Lyon picks up his 3rd wicket of the innings. Vernon's contribution of 12. South Africa 4-12 for 8.
With 8 wickets down is Keshav Maharaj, who comes to the crease now for South Africa.
For the less statistically minded, this pitch favours seam, not spin. Though not today.
As you said, Mark, no boring innings from Maharaj. It's like a highlights package. It's a good shot, that.
Oh, that's a good stroke. Oh, Bavuma picked the length so quickly. Got him into the 80s.
Kept the ball down nicely. Excellent stroke.
He's hit it hard. He's got a boundary. 79. Just 21 away from what would be a terrific 100. Still, 21's a long way when you're 8 down. Giving it a proper hit. You can catch it all they want. Bavuma had control of that stroke.
Cries of catch it, but it's going to be caught in the crowd, maybe.
He moves into his 20s.
94, his son's on. He wants two. He wants two. Sent back by Maharaj. That was the right call.
Definitely the right call. Everyone is just on their tender hooks now for Bavuma. He has been playing a while. He just has one century there, looking for the second.
The nervous 90s, but also nervous Maharaj. Whenever he's on strike, I'm sure everyone's praying.
Oh, there's a neck. There's a neck that time. Heard that one loud and clear, all over the place. Up went the finger. Going for the big slash on the offside. Maharaj. Cummins has now got his fourth. That's a very good knock. Entertaining knock.
It's 4-8, 8 for 9. That was pretty wide. He knew he had edged that. Keshav Maharaj did not hang around for the umpire to give him out. He went on his way. So 2 balls left in this over. 2 balls to survive.
Right, he's got some work to do now. Oh, there's an edge, and the catch has been taken. First ball, there's an edge, and Temba Bavuma is going to finish on 95, not out. His dad rising in his seat.
Yeah, he deserved 100. He'll be disappointed he never got that mark, but it's great to see him back in the runs. Hasn't played cricket for a long time. An excellent innings from Temba Bavuma. Can be proud.
Who would have thought that he would have edged that first ball? Morning walk or handscombe it was that caught him in the slips off the bowling of Cummins. So let's not forget the fact that he ended up with a fifer. Cummins is a wonderful performer. And that's his second fifer that he's picked up. Aiden Markram was the star. Another look at that dismissal.
It was a good catch. But Cummins, once again, when you need someone to go out there, get some wickets, you give the ball to Cummins.
And now we're going to see how the Australian openers can apply themselves. A week ago, they were playing in the Shield final. They were winning the Shield for Queensland, which made Alan Border very proud. He's a Queenslander himself. And now, from the Queensland uniform and playing the Shield final into the Australian uniform and making their way down the tunnel, out into the middle of the Wanderers.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sean. AB, g'day everyone. I don't think they're going to face a tougher test than this. As you said, they were playing Shield cricket a week ago in a final. They've come into the Australian team 2-1 down in the series. We all know about the ball tampering issues there's been over the last week, so it's an interesting environment in the dressing room, and they're facing a quality attack in the South African attack. They'll be seriously tested. This is Renshaw's career averages 36.5, call it 37. He's made 100, and I think he's a very, very good young player. Just turned 22, and he's showing glimpses that he can perform at this level. His opening partner is Joe Burns. He's played 14 games, averages 30, call it 38, with 300s. He's done very, very well, and I think he was sort of the next in line, I reckon, that top order. If Bancroft didn't perform on this too, I think he was probably the next in line. They bat well together, these two, but as I said before, they will be tested. There's a bit in this pitch. As we saw, I think it's an extremely high first inning score from South Africa. They played and missed a lot, but they also played exceptionally well.
And he's away.
And I think the real key to Renshaw when he first got picked for Australia compared to coming back in now and his recent form is he's, by all accounts, he's a bit more aggressive. I think when he first came in, he was looking to survive. Remember, he was only 20 years old. I thought he did a pretty good job, but apparently by everyone what they're saying is he's playing a bit more shots. He's being a bit more aggressive.
I remember Vernon asking a lot of questions to him on that game. He bowled around the wicket, bowled a lot of full deliveries. Renshaw wasn't really able to drive, but he's definitely progressed as a cricketer, and he'll be grateful that he's getting a second opportunity.
Yeah, the surgeon going to work here. He's bowled a few wide, dragged Renshaw wide, then comes back in close to the stumps, attacks the pegs. And just a little bit of nibble there for the surgeon.
And that's nicely played. You can't afford to get too straight to Renshaw. Brilliant shot, and they give him a nice little boost of confidence.
Yeah, the surgeon just got a bit too straight. And Renshaw's super strong in that area. Just swinging it onto the pads. An excellent shot. Yeah, he's very good there.
There's also the birthday boy, Hashim Amla. His birthday today. There's some supporters of his. 35 years old is Hashim Amla today. 35 not out.
Young and fresh. You can remember 35, Abe, can't you? Just.
That's a young man, 35.
Edged and taken. So it hasn't taken long for South Africa to break through and get their first wicket. Another good delivery from Rabada, full shaping away, and a good catch by Faf du Plessis. So unfortunately Joe Burns has to go for 4. Australia is their first. They're now 10 for 1. Yeah, the length really good from Cage. A little bit of movement ended up making Joe Burns play away from his front pad. Finds the edge. And at second slip, if you see it and you decide to go, you've got to keep going. And that's a good take by Faf du Plessis. It would have gone straight to Hashim Amla, but Faf saw it early and he launched himself to the left.
Khawaja is the new man in for Australia.
Edged and through the gap. That is frustration. As a captain, the option when you're on top, you've got them 10 for 1, is to maybe hold the extra slip fielder. They decided not to. There's a gap between the third slip and gully, and that's exactly where the edge went.
Blocked out. Yes, 4 slips on a gully. Saw Babu edging towards the 5th slip position.
That's nicely driven down the ground. Fluent stuff from Khawaja.
Well, I don't think he really would mind this as a captain or as a bowler, because that's pretty much the sort of length you are looking for your bowler to bowl. Because we have seen a few bowlers do something off the pitch, off the seam, so you want to be reasonably full.
That's when they're a chance, I think, against Khawaja. Didn't really have to play at that, and he sometimes just wafts in that area.
As a left-hander from around the wicket, the angle can drag you into playing. I used to like to get onto that off stump so that I knew I was outside the line, and anything outside my eye line I could leave. If it was straight at me, I could punch down the ground and open up the square cut. That was my scoring options, especially early on in the innings.
That's nicely played, but I don't think the South Africans will be the slightest bit concerned about that shot from Khawaja. He played a couple of those drives when he got those runs in Port Elizabeth. On a slower track, he got away with it early, couple of boundaries.
These Australian batsmen have a lot of work to do. Renshaw and Khawaja at the crease at the moment. This ball won't stay very shiny for too long with the nature of this pitch.
There's an edge, catch is taken, and they've lost another one, Australia. So Philander was beating that back quite regularly, is now picked up Renshaw. That's a big wicket.
That was not the best ball that Vernon Philander has bowled. Look how wide that is. Look how far away from his body he has had to stretch to try and get the bat on ball. Well, he managed to get bat on ball, but not enough bat on the ball. He goes for 8, Renshaw. It's 34 for 2.
34 for 2. Trouble for Australia. Still plenty of time for some serious damage to be done by South Africa as a right-hander comes in now. Peter Hanscom. Philander again. Bowled him. It's got him. Vernon Philander. Chopped it on.
Well, a bit indecisive there. It was outside the off stump. It was the length and line that he thought he did not have to play, but took too long to withdraw that bat. It's 38 for 3.
Oh, it's alive here at the Wanderers. Sean Marsh is taking guard. 3 Australians have gone. Can Philander be on the mark? Can he make Sean Marsh play? A lot of energy here from the crowd. And he can't make Sean Marsh play.
I think if we ask Vernon later this evening, was he happy with that delivery? He'll probably be a little bit disappointed. Would have wanted it just a touch fuller. That length just allowed Marsh to watch it go by. It's been a good start again from Vern. 2 wickets. Bit of a loose shot, that one from Renshaw. And when you come to the crease, you know you're going to get asked questions. A little bit of movement. Hanscom thinks, I'll leave it alone. Tries to drag the bat away, inside edge onto the stumps. And he's going, seriously? I sat here for 4 weeks waiting for an opportunity, and I just get to face one delivery.
Oh, there you go. That's a brilliant stroke. Almost as if he'd premeditated the length of the ball.
I suppose you can sometimes do this against Morne Morkel, knowing that he prefers to hit that back of a length rather than a fuller length. But this is really well played. He was in position early, as you mentioned, almost like he had predicted it was going to be there. But that's right off the middle of the bat. In front of square. Doesn't often happen to Morne Morkel.
Well, they're certainly in business, these 2 guys on the leg side. Now there's a change, actually. Du Plessis moved himself away from short mid-on now, just as orthodox on the offside. It may be that Maharaj wants to bowl a little wider of off stump. Oh, no stroke offered, no stroke offered.
This might be worth going upstairs.
Thing is with that bounce, isn't it? Out of the foot marks, and no, well, he's going to have a look. He's going to have a look.
I think if anything, it'll just be about the bounce. We saw Nathan Lyon go up for one in South Africa's innings. If anything, so hard to get LBWs at the Wanderers. If anything, the bounce could save him here.
Doesn't matter where it hits him. He's bouncing over the top of leg stump. Just a good umpiring decision by Ian Gould.
Use of the feet once again, and he's been dismissed twice by Maharaj in the series. The first one was the reverse sweep. We don't know if we'll see that shot come out again. And then a little bit indecisive about what he wants to do, edge. So I don't think he's going to be the same this time. Plenty of use of the feet. And that one's played nice and straight. Morne Morkel was a bit wider than probably Keshav Maharaj.
Just what I was going to say, much too wide. Ball spinning into the batsman, you go straighter, not wider.
Yeah, spot on. You saw Keshav Maharaj gesturing after that. That's a good shot, though. Using his feet, trying to take the rough out of play. Don't mind that, Keshav Maharaj. Inside off of the bat.
I think he was thinking about a little sweep there of one variety or the other. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important that as long as the shot selection is good, that Khawaja makes sure he doesn't just let the South Africans bowl.
It seemed like it was premeditated what he was trying to do, and then he adjusted. He was going to play the reverse sweep, wasn't he? And then just decided against it. Good decision. And that's nicely played. Down the wicket. Good use of the feet, and just caresses it through the covers.
Just in general, but I like this tactic versus Keshav Maharaj. Give him something to think about. He's a little bit on offer for him. You can't allow him to bowl at you. And that's exactly what the Australian batsmen are doing at the moment. Making him change his length.
No stopping it. It went very quickly and a bit finer, I think, than who I can't see who it is down at long leg, but I think it might be KG. But he's quick to the ball, and I don't think he had a hope. Yeah, it's a bit of this and that from Mornay at the moment. He's not hammering into a consistent area. And a lot of release balls.
That will go all the way, slow outfield or not.
He's come out with a real positive mindset today. Khawaja has hit some wonderful cover drives, some good pull shots. That's right up there. I don't think it was half volley. It was almost on the up.
Well, it's a good partnership from Marsh and Khawaja at the moment, but things didn't start well. Joe Burns was very well caught by Faf du Plessis, falling away to his left side. And then another good catch by Quinton de Kock to get rid of Matt Renshaw, who looked the real deal actually while he was in. He just made that one mistake. Then first ball, Peter Hanscom looking to leave, drags it on. It's a long time that you wait for an opportunity, and then when it comes, bang, your stumps are shattered first up. Since then, 47, Usman Khawaja has played very well. He had one rush of blood to the head and got away with it. And other than that, a very competent performance. And Sean Marsh has just dug in. He hit one flamboyant, a beautiful drive off Keshav Maharaj. And other than that, he's just resolved to not give his wicket away and show some real fight out there. Philander, the best of the bowlers. Rabada not quite as penetrating today as we've seen him, but we know how often he comes back late in the piece and produces something magical. Morkel a bit all over the place. Maharaj, well, it was as if the Australians had resolved to take him on. They won't let him settle, and that was a good tactic. It worked, and it made the bowling change. Maharaj back into the attack, and immediately they ask, but no. And Maharaj kind of knew, didn't he?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Marsh and Khawaja want to go after him as well. Let's have a look. Might have been a little inside edge, was there? Yeah, there it is. That's why.
That's 50 for Usman Khawaja. What a good innings that is. He played that famous innings in the day-night test match in Adelaide against the South Africans. And he's found something near the best of himself today as well.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Terrific innings from Khawaja, given the situation. He was in early at 10 for 1. He's now 52 off 77, but it's been the way he's played too. It's only his second 50 in this series. He'll be disappointed with that. Only making 2 50s in this sort of series. Been a good one, but it's an excellent shot. Struggled against spin.
That's a brilliant, no, yes, brilliant catch. If he's hit it. Now, this is interesting. No. What did Amla do well?
Wow. What happened? Did it flick de Kock's gloves or something, or is it just...
Maybe just Nick Quinton's gloves. There was a bit of a noise. Yeah, it came off the flat. Great take. Movement to his right. Brilliant.
Look at the bounce, though.
Emphasizes your point again. And that one, oh, it's worked. There you go. Obvious tactic.
Brilliant idea there by South Africa, having the keeper up to the stumps. Absolutely brilliant. Caught down the leg side. Quinton de Kock gets the wicket. Khawaja nicks it. And it's a bit of a cheap one for Vernon Philander, but at this stage of the day, they'll take it.
Yep, the old strangle down the leg side. He can't believe it, Khawaja. He still would have been able to catch it if he was back. He still would have been able to cut it. He might have been a little dive, but that's very unlucky for Khawaja. It's a great catch from de Kock. Straight off the face. Excellent catch from de Kock. Because it was so fine, it easily would have carried if he was standing back as well. But it's excellent work from de Kock, and South Africa get their 4th wicket. Australia in trouble at 90 for 4. Khawaja's gone for 53.
Mitchell Marsh coming in at a very difficult time. Oh, and the stumping's missed. I think the ball might have gone along the ground there. No, or does it hit him, or what's happened? I don't know. Either way, it isn't out. No, hit him. There you go.
Well, a missed stumping. It was well bowled again by Maharaj. Looked like it got de Kock on the arm. Let's have a little look here. No edge. No, it stayed down.
I thought it stayed down.
Yeah, you're right. What's he going about his arm?
The bee stung him. There's a bee on his arm, and I think it stung him.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness me.
What?
Surely he hasn't been stung at that time as he's about to... Surely he hasn't been stung as the stumping chance comes.
That's short, that's wide, and it's 4.
Well, that's the nature of this pitch. Anything that's slightly off line or off length, the batsman have every chance of punishing it. And that's the way it should be. Shouldn't be able to bowl bad balls on pitches and get away with them.
So there's a look at the work from South Africa. Markram was the star yesterday. 152, his 4th Test 100 in 10 tests. It's an amazing start to his career. Temba Bavuma was stranded, 95 not out. Morkel edging his very first delivery off Pat Cummins. Caught by Hanscom in the slips. Pat Cummins in the end getting 5 wickets. Chopped it on. That's the second batsman that's chopped it on. That is a big wicket. 5 down now. 5 for 96. And Morne Morkel is in it.
All going South Africa's way, and the crowd is loving it. National anthem ringing out of the stadium, and Morkel delivers. Another wide half volley. Didn't need to play it at 15 minutes left. Today's play. A bad decision from an Australian batsman, and it's cost him his wicket. Marsh gone. Australia 96 for 5. Mitchell Marsh gone for 4.
Morne Morkel needed a wicket. Needed a wicket to lift his spirits. Hadn't been bowling that well earlier on today. But this will lift his spirits going into the close of play. Give him a good night's sleep for him to come back tomorrow morning. We know what it means, oh yes.
5 wickets down inside 100. South Africa getting a massive score, almost 5,000. And Tim Paine's there, the new Australian captain. Average of 42 in his Test career. He's going to have to play really well.
Edge down, gone. Edge down, gone. Another one bites the dust.
The day just keeps getting better for South Africa. Sean Marsh following his brother back into the change room. Good length from Maharaj. Edge found to Villiers. Look at that smile. Australia reeling at 96 for 6.
Edge caught by AB de Villiers in the slips. Bowling of Maharaj to Sean Marsh.
You have to feel for Pat Cummins. He's bowled his heart out in the series. 5 wickets with the ball. Huge amount of overs. The last thing he wanted to be doing tonight was coming out to bat. With what, 10 minutes play left. 96 for 6.
Oh, there's a wrap on the gloves. Got a nasty blow on the gloves, on the thumb actually, earlier today, Payne, when he was keeping. In the older days, Mike, they used to call that the lawnmower shot. Used to pull that string to start the lawnmower with the right hand.
Second innings in Cape Town, Morkel bowled a ripping bouncer to Cummins. Short leg going in. And more of the same to come.
Cummins is only one of 3 players in that Australian team to have played a Test previously at the Wanderers. Others Nathan Lyon and Usman Khawaja. It's worked to 8. Chases on for Rabada. That is the end of that over. 100 for 6. Here's the wickets that have gone down. Just have a look at some of these shots to the wide. That was Burns, a fine catch by Faf du Plessis.
And that wasn't the best ball that Vernon Philander has bowled, but it got rid of Renshaw.
Anscombe chopping on. First ball he faced.
Khawaja will consider himself a bit unlucky there. Ball down the leg side.
South Africa got in a roll here. 2 Marsh brothers in no time. Another wide one dragged on. This is a offensive push. I think that's happened a couple times in the series now. Nick to slip.
It's not a bright and sunny day here at the Wanderers. The 3rd day of this very important test match. Test match that can decide whether South Africa win or it's a drawn series. You'd have to say the odds are hugely in favour of South Africa winning this series, though. It's difficult to see Australia coming back from this position. Well, that's just over the mid-wicket's head.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Just a little bit of a drag down from Vernon, and Payne's onto it quickly.
South Africa look like they just need a little spark. Just look a little flat. They bowled a few good deliveries, as we saw Rabada in the last over, but they're just a little bit flat. Not much energy out there today.
Big shout, and Vernon thinks it's out, and it's given out. I think Tim Payne is going to send it upstairs.
Because if it's umpire's call, it stays with the on-field decision. So it's all going to be about height. No inside. Oh, there's inside edge involved.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. So Ian Gould changes his decision, says not out.
Short, not an ideal start. You'd be unhappy with that, Keshav Maharaj?
I know you weren't any different from any international orthodox spinner, or in fact spinner in total. I mean, you used to make sure you started well. That was where you used to start your building blocks. Maharaj will be upset about that. He'll have to put it aside and forget about it. He's a much better bowler than that. But if you can start with some pressure, start getting the batsman thinking a little bit, then you can bring in your flight, give the ball a few more revs, then it makes it more difficult for the batsman. But he's going to have to start again now and start building. There we go. That's nicely bowled.
Yeah, I think the important thing is you got to stay on. You got to bowl a long spell. You can't just bowl a couple of loose deliveries. All of a sudden, there's a few boundaries that leak, and the captain takes you out of the attack. Oh, that's magnificent. Those are the ones you dream of. And I thought that's a good pace to bowl at the Wanderers. That 80 km/h. And that's brilliant. That's from the straight. It's unplayable. Good bounce. Good take back.
Now all he needs is the one to go on straight, the natural variation.
Good work from the Hash, who turned 35 yesterday.
And that one, he just got into the pads a little bit. Sometimes when you see one turn, you try and get a little bit more on it, and you tend to just lose your action slightly. So he just wants to work and show his patience. Nice attacking stroke by Tim Payne. This is a tactic Australia used pretty well yesterday, trying to put Keshav Maharaj under pressure, and they did it pretty well.
There was a bit of excitement from this line, sweeping off that line.
Wouldn't be disappointed in that. Payne is the one Australian batsman from memory that actually plays the sweep shot. We've seen du Plessis have the 45, deep 45, only for Payne now he goes back, but his whole series has been in the ring there.
That is a very good shot. That's nicely played. That went in a hurry, flat for 6.
Excellent stroke. We've mentioned how they've been trying to put Keshav Maharaj under pressure, and this is a wonderful stroke. We saw a couple of South Africans play it well. Now it's Tim Payne's turn.
Goodness me, it's like a ping pong table out there at the moment.
Yeah, not convinced by that stroke, but that's what that fielding change prompted. But on first glance, looked like it could be missing off stump, turned too much.
Oh, that's a leading edge.
Yeah, I think with Pat Cummins, and that's the 50 stand. 97 deliveries, they batted beautifully, this pair. It's a good partnership, developing nicely.
That's gone away for 4. Very late, that shot from Tim Payne. Brings up the 150 as well, 150 for 6. Chasing that one. That's wide and has gone for 4 as well.
Just struggled for line, length. Nothing quite right about that delivery. And there we see unhappy with that.
There was a review, but Tim Payne clearly hit the ball. So some of the stroke play has been very convincing. Alan Border, who's joined Sean Pollock and I on commentary here, called for the players to look at their personal performance, the pride in it, the quality of it. And I think he'll be extremely pleased with the way they've gone.
Absolutely. I think it's exactly what everyone's looking for, a bit of fight from the Australians.
Got it through. Another boundary. Payne and Cummins getting quite fluent now with their stroke play. Onside this time. That's another 4.
It's been a mindset shift from them. I think it started in Cape Town that they decided they were going to try and be positive to Maharaj. Not a bad move considering that Morne Morkel has walked off the field. South Africa down to 2 frontline seamers and Maharaj. If they can put Maharaj under pressure, Vernon and Rabada will feel the heat.
Lofted, that's gone. Mercy, that was a good blow.
I think it's very well read by this Australian pair to put Maharaj under pressure. Seen Morkel limp off. Sorry, not limp off, for the side strain. So let's take on Maharaj. Doing it well.
Well placed, well timed. Long run this for Vernon Philander. He will get there though. And the partnership moves on to 99. And believe it or not, that is the best partnership so far for Australia in this series at any position.
And a first ever 50 for Pat Cummins. His maiden test 50 and he's played well. We spoke about his ability with the bat throughout the series and he's shown it today.
That's close. Well, let's see what umpire Ian Gould says. Not interested. I think they were appealing for the LBW, not the catch.
Referred.
Where is it pitching? That's pitching in line. Pitching in line, I would think, unless it has spun out too much. If it's spun too much and missing off, we'll see.
Well, South Africa really needed that breakthrough. Cummins, after just going to his first test 50, attempts the lap, hits the back leg, and it's gone. South Africa finally break this partnership. Pat Cummins, Tim Payne were playing superbly.
Nathan Lyon, the new batsman now for Australia. Took South Africa quite some time this morning to get their first wicket. Wide this time. One fell short, one has gone wide. Brings up 200 for Australia. 7 wickets down.
All credit for the way that Tim Payne's organised his play today. He's got stuck in. He's got this hairline fracture of the thumb, and on the odd occasion he's received a blow to that hand. You can see it ricocheting through his whole body almost. He's done well, 201 for 7. It's still a massive deficit, 287. Morning Morkel's been off the field with a side strain. He's come back out there after lunch. And we'll see whether he can bowl. That's out, straight to mid-off. Couldn't be much simpler, really. Just lob it up there, let him drive it, and watch someone else catch it.
Oh, the lack of pace worked for him. He went through a little phase where he put down a few, but it's been solid of late. His little hands wrapped around the ball.
8 for Nathan Lyon. It's 206 for 8. For the first time in Test match cricket, Chad Sayers comes to the crease. It's his first-class record. That one's out as well. Goodness. 2 of the most gentle Test match dismissals that you'll ever see there.
Yeah, it's amazing how things work. He works so hard before lunch and bats so well, and then also just a couple of soft dismissals. Typical tail-enders type shot. And Hashim Amla, it's like his heart was in his mouth there when he was taking that catch, whether he saw it or not. But Australia 207 for 9. And Tim Payne 49 not out. He's had a fantastic series. Deserves a 50.
It'll also help to get him the strike back. Oh no, instead he just slams it into the crowd. What a way to go to 50. And Tim Payne has taken to the captaincy.
Yeah, that is a very good 50 from Tim Payne. Much appreciated from all the supporters, really, not just the Australians. They recognise that that is a big effort. Taken over the captaincy and played quite superbly.
Oh, this is very difficult. It's Dean Elgar. It's very difficult. Oh, what a fantastic catch that is.
Oh, I fell off my chair. What a catch, Dean Elgar.
It's an all-timer. So much to do here. You've got to, firstly, you've got a lot of ground to cover. Secondly, you cannot take your eye off the ball at any stage. And thirdly, as it drops over your shoulder, you've got a lot of ground still to cover. Well, there it is, 221 all out. 53 for Usman Khawaja, 62 for Tim Payne, 50 for Pat Cummins. Really good efforts from those 3. Ideally, you'd want Khawaja to go on and get more than that, but he fought very hard as everything was crumbling around him. Dean Elgar's the man, and he'll be at the wicket in just a moment. Don't go away.
So alive. You make me feel so alive.
Welcome back to the Wanderers. That's the situation now. South Africa lead by 267 runs. South Africa winning the toss, making 488 in Australia. Well, they played pretty well today, particularly in the first session, losing wickets pretty quickly after lunch, getting to 221. So it's a big lead. The general consensus is South Africa probably look to score around 200 runs. That's the general thought. So 267 lead plus 200 makes it 467. The weather might play a little bit of a part later today. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Clouds are starting to build up a little bit. So 56 overs left in the day. Oh, that's in the air. Not sure it carried, just on the half volley really to Burns.
Well, lots of people have spoken about Aiden Markram being weak just about his off stump. Well, we have covered that topic ad nauseum. I think what he needs to work on is balls on that very line that we just saw.
Temba Bavuma anchored that middle order in the first innings. It's been a concern throughout the summer really. Faf du Plessis hasn't got going at all. AB de Villiers has got 350s in a row. Plenty of catches in the slip, so there's no man at third man.
Very thick edge though, preventing it from going into the first 3 slip fielders.
That one nips back. Too much bounce, maybe.
As we've been saying, there's still plenty in this pitch for the faster bowler, and there's enough there for the spin too. Watch how much this seams back from Hazlewood. This has been a brilliant over. Set him up nicely for the short ball. Then the follow-up ball to the short ball was one that beat the bat, and then that one that nipped back in. Really is steaming in bowling well.
20 for no wicket.
Hat-trick ball. Well, just looking to see if the Australians are sort of aware of it as well, because sometimes they might be so engrossed into the game. They might know now, because on the scoreboard it says Pat Cummins hat-trick ball.
Are you backing it?
I tell you what.
Good chance.
Righty, I'm on. Loosen the vocal cords up, Mark. Got him, it's a hat-trick. Can you? Come on, crank it up.
4 in that slip region. A gap between second and fourth, mind you. And he's wondering if there's a little glove. No. Very quick and impressive delivery. Actually, it's very, very well played by Dean Elgar, swaying out of the way. The ball follows him with that angle. Oh, he got onto that quick. Bavuma rather played one like that yesterday. Just swiveled like that, hit it down and in front of square.
Yeah, nicely played. Gets the bat into a good position. It means he controls it, knocks it down.
Good shot.
Hit hard. It's already bouncing back.
2 straight, and Markram's very good through that mid-wicket area.
Oh, he wants a piece of Sayers now. The width, that's gone for 4. Just watching here, looking at how Chad Sayers is going to get wickets. When an opening bowler hasn't got a bouncer, there's nothing the batsman fears. His pace is only 118 Ks, so he's got no margin for error for any width or over pace. So he can't even push the batsman back with a bouncer or anything at that pace.
That best of 277, Smithy, I understand, was in that 17th innings to get to the 1,000. Gone. Outside edge found, and a very simple catch taken in the slips. This man Cummins keeps on getting the job done.
It's all too easy for him. But Cummins delivers. Good length, good line. Defensive push, and Hanscom at second slip takes a good catch.
Good little innings from Aidan Markram comes to an end. 37. South Africa 54 for 1.
Hashim Amla coming in at number 3 as usual for South Africa.
Oh, that's an edge. That's just bounced. That's just taken off a little bit. It's moved away from the right-handed Amla. And in the end, it has gone for 4. A bit of good fortune there.
And Shamland. Amla just thought, oh no, at that point, but it flies away safely, so he survives to fight another day.
Shoulder of the bat. Oh, that's a leading edge. Now that's also seamed away. Take a swing on the end, but that's seamed away from Amla.
One just looked like it stayed down slightly. Amla was jumping on his toes, expecting it to get up. Lucky he got some bat on that.
Just to see where Nathan Lyon sits on that all-time list. A couple of big names in front of him from Australian cricket's point of view. He'll have his eye on Brett Lee and Mitchell Johnson minimum.
It's outside the line, I think. So does Ian Gould, and he counts. A little bit of a conversation actually between the keeper and the bowler. Discussion as to whether they're going to send it upstairs. I didn't think they were going to. Nope. 72 for 1 it stands.
And maybe too high.
told Nigel Long I want to come off the long run and bowl a bouncer.
Wouldn't you have a silly point for Hashim Amla? Thinking about over the wicket. Oh, it's a good catch. Very good catch.
Probably no need. I've made sure I have a leg slip. Sean Pollock's been talking about the pace that Nathan Lyon's been bowling too. You can see this bounce and really turn on Hashim Amla. It's an edge onto his leg to take the pace off, and a simple catch to Mitchell Marsh. That leg slip. Amla's gone. He hasn't had the best of series for him. He's gone for 16. It's 79 for 2.
There is that record, averaging all but 51. Getting close now to the 9,000 run mark.
Jimmy Anderson really had him. Might be a 4 to finish the over. Just a bit too straight from Pat Cummins. There's a few tired bodies out there at the moment. It's 94 for 2.
What you also add into those discussions is sometimes the surfaces they play on. Sometimes you get a bit of a dodgy surface and one of those top 3 walk in and they'll try hard and get a certain runs, and then the other guy comes to the crease and all of a sudden he just looks a cut above. And I think that's what we've seen from de Villiers a couple of times this year. Even when he played against India and Australia, he just looks like he's got so much time. He's got his game plan sorted out. And he's a difficult customer to bowl to.
That's out. Oh, that bounce from that, probably from a crack in the pitch, which is bad news for de Villiers, but not the worst news for the South African bowlers.
Well, if you've just paid to come and watch one of the greatest batsmen, you're going to be pretty disappointed because he just copped an absolute ripper from Pat Cummins. This one bounced off a length. Not much de Villiers could have done about it. He tried to get out the way. He tried to drop his hands. And once again, it's that man, Pat Cummins. There it is. It just nips back. And look at the bounce. Beat him for a bit of pace too, I think.
And nip back a touch.
Yeah, no surprise. If anyone's going to create something, it was going to be Pat Cummins. He's been absolutely superb. De Villiers goes for 6. South Africa 94 for 3.
The South African captain, Faf du Plessis.
Well, he's not in good touch and hasn't had the best of series with the bat. He's captained the side well, but remember the first ball, Pat Cummins bowled to him and he patted up and was one of a Glenn McGrath type dismissal. Looked like he didn't pick the ball up, but it was just an excellent delivery of Pat Cummins.
There we go, Mikey. Positive sweep from the captain. There's enough in for the spinner. You can bowl a large amount of overs.
Well, that is definitely would be a factor for him. Shot boy, as they say in the Caribbean.
Very good, Mikey. Seen a wonderful sweep shot of Lyon and now cover drive. Cummins has got him a couple of times in the series.
Up and over from Faf du Plessis. The keeper's up to the stumps. He just decides, okay, I've had enough of this. I'm going to take you on.
Yes, and how he uses the bottom hand is unusual that the hands are so far apart on the bat. So he still manages to work them together even though they're so separated. Oh, he's along to that so quick. He tries a short ball and just dismissed almost disdainfully by Faf du Plessis.
Oh, that's a mis-stumping. Turned some distance, but past the gloves of Tim Payne. That's gone for 4. Must have been a bit of bat on it.
Just amazing how many times Nathan Lyon's gone oh so close.
Yeah, I think Tim Payne actually would have been all over that if it hadn't had that deflection off the inside edge.
But this is the surface that's not the case.
Oh, there's a prime example there as well. We'll come back and have another look at that shortly. 130 for 3.
It's the last ball of previous over. Stay down a little bit. There's a summary of proceedings. South Africa 488 in their first innings. On the back of Aiden Markram and Temba Bavuma. Australia bowled out for 221.
That's away in front of square on the offside, and that's gone for 4. Nice shot from Faf du Plessis.
And the lead goes past 400. This is doing the world of good. Du Plessis has been struggling, and time at the crease really helps. And shots like that lift the confidence.
Yeah, I think South Africa will go just after lunch, personally. I think what they want to do is try and manage. There's going to be 3 bowlers operating, really. Philander, Rabada and Maharaj. So they'll want them to have a crack each with the new ball. And then maybe Maharaj will take one end and you'll try and rotate Rabada and Philander until the close of play, have a nice sleep, come out fresh again. So I think that'll dictate what they want to do. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go past lunchtime.
Short delivery, and that's beautifully played. That's a good shot from Faf du Plessis early on day 4.
I don't know if that was an attempted bounce, maybe just a drag down in length, but pulled away beautifully by Faf. Nathan Lyon at short wicket didn't see it at all. He panicked for a moment, thought it might be heading his way. This is Hazelwood's action. Sometimes has a little bit of issues with that left arm pulling away towards cover rather than towards the slip cordon. That one looked pretty good.
That's a little edge, I think. There was a noise. I'm not surprised the Australians are appealing. Definitely a noise. So Tim Payne's going to review it. Faf think it glanced his helmet by the look of that. So ultra edge shows nothing as the ball goes by the bat. And then picks it up on the helmet. A very good decision by umpire Nigel Long. And that tremendous hammer. Oh, he loves a fight, does this guy. He knows he's in one. It's 147 for 3. 53 they've put on together, and the lead is now 414. The score made by South Africa in the famous Perth run chase, in which Graham was hugely involved, of course. Good hit, good 50, like a boxer in the ring. He's punched, having received many blows himself.
Faf du Plessis has been getting too many runs in this series, and that's why he didn't want to leave the field. He wants at his half century. He has moved on now to 62. Will he want a century?
Oh, goes again, smashes it.
Well, it's good to see some intensity come into the game. It's not so much that South Africa have been batting on, it's just the way they've been batting, I think, that brings the game to a standstill. But du Plessis, in the last 3 overs, we've seen a cover drive over extra cover and 2 positive sweeps from the South African captain.
Yeah, we've now zipped past the highest score ever made to win a test match, which was 418 by West Indies against Australia in 2003. The lead now 424.
Good to see Faf du Plessis in the runs. They've been waning on him. His lack of contributions. Oh, big appeal.
I think it's contact outside the line.
Yeah, batted on off stump. As we see, he's getting outside off stump, so playing a stroke. That one just stayed down a fraction.
This time Faf du Plessis misses the short leg and it makes its way to the boundary. 169 for 3. Over the top it goes, and this will go the whole way and take Dean Elgar to 50.
Yeah, superb stroke, Dean Elgar. Gutsy innings for the team. They appreciate it. And what a way to bring up the 12th Test 50.
Dean Elgar, 59 not outs. A little bit sedate last night and also a bit this morning. I've got Alan Board and Robbie Peterson alongside me. Robbie, let's just chat first of all about Dean.
He's been superb all series. He's been patient. He's played that shot to good effect, the lofted on drive. He's almost the glue in this batting lineup, allowing all the stroke players to play around him. Occasionally had a bit of luck, but all in all, a superb 50, following up his innings at Newlands.
Oh, he's fast becoming one of my favourite cricketers, Dean Elgar.
I can tell you before the Newlands Test match, when I saw him, he reminded me of it. That's a good point, but I think Aiden Markram's a bit better than a part-time off here. That brings up the 100 partnership. Excellent partnership. Du Plessis being the chief contributor, but a much-needed partnership for the team.
Sweeps that one, and it's gone the whole way. That'll be 6 for Faf du Plessis.
To that corner of the ground, and Faf's a little bit top edgish, but it's flying away. It's made it easily. Man in the deep had no chance. Young fella missed his opportunity there, didn't he?
Yeah, the man on the bank, the young kid on the bank, he had plenty of chance to take it. Straight through the hands.
Oh, it's a beauty. That really is a magnificent shot from Faf du Plessis. Takes him now to 96.
Just about the best of the innings. He's 96, but this is as good as he's played. He's played a lot of good shots. This is my pick. Always good to see the straight off drive. Full face of the bat.
Last ball of this over from Hazelwood. Du Plessis on 99. It's got an edge, and it's gone down. There it is. What a performance from Faf du Plessis. That is some 100. He has struggled against Australia up until now. Didn't last long in the first innings, but he can be really proud of this knock.
With Faf, you get conviction, power, very strong bottom hand. It's almost like the harder he hits it, the better he feels about it. Oh, good catch. Very good. Peter Hanscom has been exceptional in that position throughout the match. Dean Elgar comes over to commend his captain on a superb performance here.
The Wanderers, you get to stand a little bit further back. It gives you the time to move. But still an excellent catch from Hanscom. 120. Well played, Faf du Plessis. 264 for 4.
Well, Temba Bavuma finished undefeated in the first innings, 5 short of 100, with 2 wickets fell the last 2 balls of the innings, wickets 9 and 10, that left him at the non-striker's end. A great shame. Cummins asked and gets. No hesitation from Ian Gould. There is hesitation from Temba Bavuma, who reacted pretty quickly to that decision. I don't know whether he hit it, whether he's outside the line, whether he's too high, but Bavuma's not pleased with it and has it reviewed.
Yeah, no problem with height, although you see the ball there hitting him just above the pad or just at the edge of the pad, but there's an inside edge. So Ian Gould having to change his decision.
Yes, I mean, I think we have admiration for Elgar's batting, but we don't have sympathy in this situation. His strike rate's 32. And he's been out there 6 hours and 15 minutes. So he's faced 250 balls. So, you know, it's a skyer. Maybe this will decide it. Good catch. They got out of each other's way nicely. I think it's Sean Marsh. Very good effort from Elgar. He resisted the new ball. In fact, resisted the Australians, as he's done so well throughout the series. He finishes with 81 and the score's 266 for 5.
Next man to the crease, Quinton de Kock for South Africa. We're deciding that they have to try and bat and get as many as possible to really make sure Australia are totally out of it. It's nicely played through the covers.
You don't think they're out of it right now? 534 ahead. You reckon they're a chance?
Well,
my point is this: I don't think South Africa care if they win this Test match or not. I think they're 2-1 up in the series. They haven't beaten Australia since 1970, whatever it is, here in South Africa. We're 2-1 up. We've played the better cricket. We can do whatever we want. I just don't. If they were going to declare, they should have declared so much long ago. Like, they don't need 537. So in my opinion, I think they're just going to keep batting. They might give themselves half an hour tonight if they want to, but I just don't think South Africa want to win this Test match. They don't care. If it happens to win it, well, then that's great. We'll win 3-1. But they're not out there to try and win this Test, so they would have declared a long time ago. Oh, that's close.
It's better than close, Warnie. That's on your way, Quinton de Kock. He is going to review it. I don't know if he feels like he's got inside edge as well. We saw one just now overturned by Temba Bavuma, who got an inside edge, but this looks like a real good delivery, shaping back with this second new ball. Yeah, that's out. Review lost by South Africa. 6 wicket down. Next man to the crease, Vernon Philander, averaging just over 24 850s. That's given some air, and that's been deposited somewhere near the Aussie supporters on the 3rd tier.
She's tossed it up a little bit of overspin.
There's the shot again, and once again it's successful. It's into the tiers. I think that's the 2nd tier as well. So 2 big hits from Vernon Philander. He's had 2 boundaries, and both of them have been maximums.
Oh, and again, can you believe it? That's the hat-trick in the over. Goodness me, 3 for the over. Suddenly that groin's getting really sore for Mitchell Marsh. There's a few smiles on the Australian faces. I just can't believe it.
It's nicely controlled, and that's just a bridge too far. Nice shot from Temba Bavuma. So here's the last ball now before tea. And it beats the outside edge. Tea is called by the umpires. So there it is. That's the match summary as we stand at the moment. Day 4 at tea. And at the bottom, that's the important stat right now. The other one is the injury concerns for South Africa. But at the moment, South Africa lead by 611 runs. We'll have to wait and see if there's a declaration for a session after the break. We'll take our own break.
Feel so alive. You make me feel so alive.
Welcome back to the Wanderers. Now we've got some news for you. South Africa have declared Australia needs 612 runs to win. Of course, South Africa need to roll Australia over to win the series. And also, of course, make history. That's the bottom line as well. They're retaining the trophy as it stands at the moment, providing Australia don't get those runs. But they'll be very, very keen to get stuck in here with this new ball. First ball. It is. First ball. That is taken off. However, he has asked for this to be sent upstairs for a review. Big celebrations from South Africans. Yeah, just nicking the tricep, I think. Certainly the bat is away from the ball. And that's going to be turned around.
He's on off stump there.
A little bit straighter, that one as well. Still outside the line of off stump, though.
Just not coming back enough, was it, from that angle, and probably a bit high as well. Bowling a nice length here, Rabada.
Definitely not Vernon Philander.
Now, was that a catch? A bit of excitement from the South Africans for a while there.
Well, that was pretty regulation for field of his ability.
One of the things about Joe Burns, noticed in that first innings, is he's not always totally planted, settled when the ball is released. That's not a bad shot from Rabada. Late on that one, so again maybe just accentuates my point that he's still on the move a little bit as that ball's released. Gee, that's a good shot. That is beautifully played.
Oh, not an easy shot to play off Kagiso Rabada, and he's gone all the way.
Big shout. One would think that's slipping down leg though.
He had to stop his appeal because that was sore. He turned around as quickly as he could to appeal, and then he realized that wasn't a clever thing to do.
Played that quite comfortably again. Gone all the way.
Yeah, Maharaj has got a big part to play in this innings. The second is to try and pick up these 10 wickets to win the Test match for South Africa. And he hasn't started off in a great manner. There's been quite a few drag downs. He needs to just find his rhythm, work out what the right pace is, get the length correct. You can see there's a puff as the ball hits the surface. There's plenty of grip.
Big shout again. I'm not too sure why Maharaj would need a mid-wicket bowling to a right-handed batsman. Let him try and play through there against the spin. It's turning. 21 without loss. I think that's close, yes.
Brilliant from Morne Morkel, absolutely brilliant. At the start of the day we had a chat with him and all he said is he wants to be able to contribute. He's been into the attack for just 10 deliveries and he's trapped Renshaw in front from around the wicket. LBW. He can't hit back of a length, he can't put too much effort in, but he's found just the perfect length and the perfect delivery to get through the defences. Hits him below the roll and that should be going on to crash into leg stump. So well done Morne Morkel. Last Test match. We didn't think we'd see much from him in this innings with that side strain. But look at the happiness and the excitement. He's come on and he's managed to pick up the first wicket of the innings. Australia now 21 for 1 and Renshaw's innings comes to close with his score on 5.
So Usman Khawaja, who batted so well in the first innings for Australia, comes in again at number 3 looking for a repeat or better.
The band's run in Australian cricket. He's now a very senior member of the squad.
Oh, beautifully placed. What an elegant stroke. Lovely way to get off the mark by Usman Khawaja. Rabada's great speed and athleticism saves a run.
Oh, Khawaja desperately wanted the single then. There probably was one if Joe Burns was a fraction more match aware, just a bit sharper. I know he had to wait till it goes past slip there, but there's a run. Khawaja's ready to go. Not easy there for Khawaja. You can see that Maharaj got his line right. Now it's just the length. Well bowled. Has he given in?
Oh, it looks to me to be well outside the line of off stump. This will be interesting.
Well, has he played a shot though?
That's the key. We saw last over that he was padding up, bat behind the front pad a lot.
So we're just got to say that the umpire remembers giving this because he hasn't played a shot. So is the ball hitting the stumps? Oh, it might be too. Now, has he played a shot? I don't think he has. I think he went to play a shot and decided to leave it, and it's just spun more than he thought.
He's got to hope it's spinning too much. That's his only hope, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's in trouble here.
Yep. That's why Nigel Long gave it out. It's a very good decision. You can't help but think it's fair enough too to say that he didn't play a shot.
He's gone for 7 and it's 34 for 2.
Peter Handscomb averaging 44 in Test cricket. He's shown a lot of character in his early days in the game. He's on a king pair here. That odd setup. Very active, purposeful batsman. There he is down the pitch again and finds the gap beautifully.
He likes to use his feet, Peter Handscomb. He's a pretty good player of spin. He's very quick on his feet. He looks to attack the spinners. And you know, when you're on a pair, you saw him last over, get off the mark by using his feet, get a single. This will be a good little battle between Maharaj and Handscomb. Remember, also last over, he beat him with a beauty as well.
He's hit that solidly. That's a very good shot. That's nicely played. That's gone. A skimmer for 4.
We saw the South Africans use that shot to good effect of Nathan Lyon.
That's the story. 548. That's what Australia need. South Africa need 8. The good news for South Africa is that Morne Morkel and Rabada were on the park and did a pretty tidy job, actually. Not a full tilt by any means. Morkel bowling fuller. Oh, that's not a bad shout. That's in line. That's gone. That is out. So that's what the South Africans are working on. They were looking to bowl straight. There's a discussion, I should say, between Hanscom and now Burns. I don't think that needs to go upstairs. I think he's going to turn around and walk back to the change room. They were looking at that. He was planting his foot and playing around his pad, and now he's gone.
That's knocked all 3 stumps out of the ground. He's happy. He's opened it up again for the team. Love it when a plan comes together. Joe Burns out for well played 42, 68 for 3. We see Sean Marsh, good record, 32 test matches. Hasn't been all plain sailing for him today.
Bit of width, and that's hammered through the covers for 4. That's a good shot. Nicely played by Marsh.
Great shot. There's a little bit of risk involved. Ball thrown wide outside Sean Marsh's off stump, but good use of the feet and good extension through the ball.
Here's Vernon Philander. Immediately on target. Immediately on target. And the finger goes up.
Lands it. Just nips. Back a touch in. Inside edge. Onto the pad. Pops up. And that's a really easy catch and a wonderful start. South Africa would have been coming to this ground thinking it may be a little bit of Groundhog Day. Well, there's nothing better than starting. It was actually Bavuma who took the easy catch in the gully. Marsh goes for 7, 88 for 4.
Well, those at home who would have been hanging around a bit at home to see how things progress, to see if they should head down, start heading down. Or you might be too late. First ball of the day and the wicket. Vernon Philander, right on target immediately. Good line, good length.
That takes him to 199 test wickets, Mikey, just 1 away from his 200th.
Well, we talked about Morne Morkel and what a great career he's had, and let's hope he goes out on a high today. Darren Lehman, the Australian coach, has had a great career as a player, and then as a coach. He's done a very good job with the Australian team. That's his last day as Australian coach, so he'll be a little bit sad too, and hope the boys, his team, that will fight as hard as they possibly can. Well, I think he is. He might be listening to us and laughing.
And another. And another. Vernon Philander.
200th test wicket for Vernon Philander. What a brilliant performer he's been for South Africa. And this over shows us exactly what he's capable of. Just 4 deliveries today. He's picked up 2 wickets. And more importantly, he's gone over the mark of 200 test wickets. Well done, Vernon. Dale Steyn, his fellow teammate and partner in crime so often in test match cricket, stands up and applauds the effort of Vernon. It's been a great decision for him to change ends and bowl from the corner drive in this morning.
Well, Mitchell Marsh has gone for naught, and Australia in all sorts at 88 for 5.
Well, Tim Paine, Australia's captain, now comes to the crease. Batted so well in the first innings. Can he repeat? Oh, ooh, almost. Almost.
Dean Olga pulled off a brilliant catch at the end of the first innings for Australia. This would have been pretty similar, having to launch himself low to his left. Just got his left hand to it. Not 100% whether it carried or just bounced short. Yeah, just bounces short. Good stop in the end.
Oh, gone. Inside edge. Indecisiveness, as you said, Polly.
Yeah, that's what you're looking to do. He's created it by the consistent line and length. Vernon Philander, as Warnie was saying, the surgeon with the scalpel in hand, looking to cut that technique open. Eventually he does. It's another drag on. Second one in the test match for Hanscom. He got out first delivery in the first innings. He's been there for 44 deliveries to get his 24. You'll see it again. It's tight on that off stump. Just nips away. Once again looking to leave. Hits that under edge. Dragged onto the stumps for the second time. Hanscom's going to go away to that dressing room with a bit of questions about what he should or shouldn't be doing. 50th test wicket for Vernon Philander against Australia. Pretty impressive.
Well, Pat Cummins, the new batsman in now for Australia, he must be wondering to himself, why am I out here again this quickly?
I mean, that's also what's going to happen from time to time. There's a couple of little cracks out there. He is so accurate, he can hit that little area. Every now and then something might just climb a little bit. That's the bang on the spot. So that one hitting close to the shoulder of the bat. Soft hands from Payne. There's an edge. There's another one. Brilliant stuff from Vernon Philander.
He's been asking some serious questions this morning. Not missing his length at all. He's getting that extra bounce that we've seen from a deteriorating surface. Asking Tim Payne some important questions, and Philander wins the battle.
That is why he's one of the very best on a surface that offers him anything. Haven't we seen that type of dismissal so often from Vernon Philander? Caught the cock, bowled Philander. Picked up his 4th wicket this morning. Tim Payne out for 7. Australia 99 for 7.
I think the expression on Nathan Lyon's face in that picture tells a story. He did not want to be batting now.
Well, Philander's on. 99 for 7.
I would suggest that Faf du Plessis has got 0 chance of getting this ball out of Vernon Philander's hand. This morning, look at that. Sean Marsh, very first ball of the day. He was gone. Soon after that, his brother Mitchell Marsh. Then 20 minutes later, Hanscom. And now Payne, who's been a mainstay for the Australians with the bat. He's also gone. So it's Lyon and Cummins now, and Cummins on strike. Bowled him. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Just came back enough. Outstanding stuff from Vernon Philander. My goodness. He's now got another fifer. He's got 5 for 12.
Have a look at this. In and around that off stump. Poor error of judgment. Scrambled minds. Thuds into off stump. That's what he does. At his best this morning, Vernon Philander. And that's a happy team right there. Big celebration.
100 for 8. Chad Sayers now. There's an edge and another one. Wow! Unbelievable stuff from Vernon Philander. That's number 6. Number 6, and we're still counting. Magnificent.
Well said, Hazy, on a hat-trick. Literally have to rub your eyes. You can't believe what you're seeing. Australia now 100 for 9. Sayers gone first ball.
It's been absolute capitulation from the Australians this morning. Vernon Philander, he's been on a hat-trick. You wouldn't bet against him the way he's been going this morning. The debutant Chad Sayers out for 0. 100 for 9.
Josh Hazlewood, the last man in for Australia. We are still within the first hour this morning, and Vernon Philander is on a hat-trick with Josh Hazlewood, the last man in for Australia. Have a look at this field. 4 slips and a gully. Mid-wicket catching, extra cover catching.
Get another one catching, Mikey.
No. Didn't quite get there, Vernon.
Consistent as we expect from him. He's got his rewards today. All the hard work through the 4 test matches. He's got his clump. 6 for 12.
Should get a couple there, I think, if he wants them. Oh, that's close. That's close. They're sending it upstairs.
That's gone. That is gone. Caught short. What a way to finish the test.
South Africa take the 4th test match to the Wanderers. Standing effort from them. This victory takes them to a 3-1 series win over the Australians. Raja, big reputation after the Ashes, and We're all looking forward to a wonderful contest. We've seen some incredible cricket from both teams throughout the Test series. There's Morné Morkel finishing his career for South Africa on a high.
So a huge win by South Africa, 492-run victory. And they have won the series 3-1. And impressively, after losing that first Test match to Australia by all of 118 runs. They just kept on winning after that. By 6 wickets, by 322 runs, and then by 492 in this, the fourth and last Test match of the series.